class when you're not a Strat Com major. Come on in, I'll give you some tips and tricks that I have to tell you about that. So I'm a graphic design major, and so as you can hear, that's got nothing to do with being in Strat Com. So I have learned quite a couple things in my 5 or so classes I've taken, and I'm happy to tell you my tips and tricks. So follow along, listen closely, and let's see if you can find them as useful as I did. Does this sound familiar? Your group chats are blowing up, people are trying to call you, everyone's trying to get a hold of you for questions. If this is something you've heard before, don't worry, you're not alone. I know the thing I struggled with the most was understanding the terminology. For people that are not a Strat Com major, the hardest part is learning the vocabulary. Words like earned media, engagement rate, paid media, brand voice, they are intimidating. I was confused about them, and that made me anxious. I had no idea what anyone was saying. I sat in that Strat Com class and was so lost. I felt like a fish out of water, and that I was way in over my head. I remember the first time a professor had called on me, and I didn't know the answer. However, once I learned the buzzwords, it got way easier. It turned out Strat Com vocabulary was not all that hard to begin with. I actually even made a glossary that helped me learn them faster, and then I knew what I was talking about. Strat Com is all about teamwork. Each person brings different skills to the table. When everyone brings a different set of skills and perspectives, it becomes more creative and effective. Collaboration helps you learn from others while also sharing what you do best. It is not about dividing tasks, it's about building something stronger together. A common misconception about Strat Com is that you need to be a tech genius, and that is such a lie. You just need to explore a little bit. Take Canva, for example. If you're not already familiar with it, that's okay. It's a free website you can use to make graphics. There's so many easy tips and tricks to learn in order to make a successful graphic. You can use brand kits for consistency, the background remover tool, the magic write tool, even the align and group trick so that everything stays consistent. There's even the ability to layer your graphics to create depth or add smart mockups for a realistic preview. The goal is to try and use new tools and don't be afraid to fail. That's the real Strat Com mindset. Don't be afraid to fail. Something I learned is that even if you're not a Strat Com major, you are your own campaign. How you present yourself online is who you are. That is what your brand is. So be smart and do it right. Because the truth is that people form opinions about who you are before they meet you. Your activity online tells a story about your values. You don't need a marketing degree to build a brand. You just need 3 things: consistency, authenticity, and awareness. Every photo you share, every comment you make, it's a part of your message. So be intentional, be professional, and most importantly, be yourself. Because that is how people will connect with you and your story. Just remember, though, that your brand grows with you. So make sure you leave room to grow. So there you have it. Those are my best tips and tricks for succeeding and thriving in Strat Com classes without majoring in it. Please like and subscribe if you think that these are useful to you. I personally find them really useful, but if you have any tips and tricks that I haven't talked about, please drop them in the comments below. Someone else might find your tips and tricks useful. Please subscribe if you have any more inquiries about college life hacks. And it was lovely talking to you. Thanks for coming.